last time on road to promotion.
They're a together group, they're a strong group, they're always well organised, they're very physical, they can be aggressive and you have to match them all over the pitch. It's no given, not just because you're a professional outfit and they're not, doesn't give you any given right to win a game of football, and we won't take them lightly. We'll be as prepared as we always are in all elements of our game, and as long as we turn up and we match them across the pitch from a physical output, I believe that we have the ability on the ball to get a positive result.
Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show.
Hope to win, expected that from everybody. I think we've got the players in the squad now, so we had them standards and them expectations that we wanted to win. I think the way that we have won has been probably better than we'd have hoped for, especially the Wolves game. I think we expected a really tough game, and it was tough and it was competitive, but I think we've just been really relentless and ruthless in front of goal, which has really helped with making it a bit more comfortable, and everyone's been contributing, which has been really nice. So definitely stuff to build on, but a really good start and what we'd hoped for.
I was really pleased. We knew that the game was going to be a combative one. We know the opposition, and they like to make the game an emotional one. So we spoke to the players beforehand, and we knew that we needed to take that out of the game, and then just let our football do the talking, which is what we did. I think ultimately is the reason why we've comfortably won the fixture.
So 6-1 win today. Thoughts on the game?
Really happy, really pleased with the result. We knew it was going to be like a tough game. Obviously getting the early goal I think helped, and then the rest just followed, so I think it helped us settle the game and take it in our stride.
You personally a hat-trick today, how did that feel?
Really happy, really buzzing, off the mark in the league, so really happy, take it into next week.
It's the early days this season, but how crucial is 3 points today at Wolves?
I think we all knew how tough the game was going to be and stuff. Wolves are a good team, and obviously coming here to respect them and stuff, but we had a job to do and I'm glad we got it done. We'll just move on to the next game now.
Seeing that front three and Sophie Domingo and Charlie Williams, how have you found playing with those two?
Really good, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's starting to come now. It showed today, we're linking up well, and hopefully there's more to come from us.
Back at the City Ground on Sunday, how much are you looking forward to being back in some of those home fans again?
Yeah, we can't wait to be back at home. It's a great stadium, it's a great place to play, so we're really excited for next week.
September's always quite a busy month, there's always a lot of fixtures, so it will be a tough month. I think the confidence is really grown in the squad now with the season start that we've had and the result against Wolves, so hopefully we can build on that. The pressure's on, but I think we've got, like I say, the squad to live up to that pressure and get those wins, so looking forward to it. I think it will be an exciting month and hopefully we can get those wins. I think we've got a really good mix of personalities to take it on differently, so some of us are really good at taking the pressure, some of us are really like that. Some of us maybe not so much, but I think the balance is really helping, and we've got them leaders now throughout the units and throughout the team that can, you know, help us manage that and drive it. And yeah, I think a lot of us thrive under the pressure as well, which is obviously helpful. But yeah, I think the team that we've got around us is really helping with that as well.
Which one are you?
You know, probably not one of the pressure players, to be honest, which is not great. But yeah, I think the pressure stresses me out a bit, but obviously having everyone around and different people to like help absorb that is really helpful. So yeah, I'd rather fly under the radar, but I'm going with it. We'll see how it goes.
I think it was something that we knew in the back of our heads that if we put our minds to it and put the effort in, then the results will come. And we took it one game at a time. And that's going to be the focus for the rest of the season. So it's been nice that we've had loads of different goal scorers, even some from the defence. And yeah, I think it's been a proper squad effort so far, and we're going to have to continue with that squad effort for the rest of the year. Buzzing, yeah, I think, no, there were a few girls here last year who obviously were on the end of another result, and we knew that wasn't us as a group, and I think it was a perfect chance to play them early doors and, you know, rectify that result. And the manner with which we did it was, yeah, buzzing. I think I got a few top speeds running back to the goal, celebrating each one, so I can't complain.
The result at the back end of the season last year, I know we played them 3 times, 1-2, 2 clean sheets, but you know, that 3-0 after half time, and then to lose the game in the manner in which we did really hurt. That was probably my toughest 90 minutes in football. I learnt a lot from that, both personally and then also as a team, to how you manage emotion, how you utilise your subs, the changes you make, the timing in which you do that. You know, I'm still relatively new in my management career, so that put us into a good position going into this season, like taking the learnings and acknowledging those learnings and implementing what you have learned is important. I think ultimately for us, we knew that they were going to be difficult to try and break down. We needed to be disciplined in our positioning, we needed to be disciplined in our way that we were playing, take the emotion out of the game, which is something I've already said. We know that fixture can be a little bit tasty, for want of a better phrase, and I thought the girls were exceptional with that. What I also will say is we've been talking about being clinical in front of goal. I think over the fixtures that we've had up to this point and up to that Wolves game, we've created an abundance of chances, but our conversion rate hasn't been where we would like it to be. We obviously set KPIs around that stuff for the players and for the staffing group. But in that game in particular, I thought the girls were superb. They took on what we'd done on the training pitch, and they certainly were clinical in those moments. We didn't create as many chances as we had in other games, and that's to be expected. You're playing what I believe will still be a top 4 side. But in those moments, you've got to make sure that you're calm, collected, and that you put the ball in the back of the net. And the girls did that, so credit to them. Of course, there's a pressure that comes with your owners asking you to go and achieve something that's not been achieved by the club, which is getting into the championship. First and foremost, it's that I have to believe that we can do that, and I 100% do. I did last season, and I certainly do now with the resources that have been given to us from the club. And the players that we've brought in, the players are on board, the staff are on board. We all know that we have the ability in the building to be able to go and achieve our goals. And in terms of like dealing with pressure, that comes in all walks of life, not just football. I think I had a good conversation with one of our directors of football here at the club, and he said to me, you know, in football there's always going to be a moment that you don't expect, but if you do expect it, then the pressure doesn't feel as much when it comes. And I think that's something that really resonated with me. So we're not going to be perfect. Nobody is. There's going to be a game when we're not perfect. We might, you know, hopefully we don't, but we might drop points in places that we don't expect to. But if we're prepared for that and we can mentally deal with that, we'll be in a good place and we won't panic. And I think that's how I'll go through this season. I'm sure the players will go through that season as well. We're all human beings, we'll all make mistakes, we don't do it on purpose, but how we respond to that and what we learn from it is going to be the important thing, and that's what will hold us in good stead, and I believe that is why we'll win the league.
Tell them we run this town, we represent, we've always worn that crown, we represent, we're loyal and we're bound to represent. Tell them we run this town, we represent. Tell them we run this town, we represent.
Morning, guys.
Morning, ladies. You alright? Yeah, good.
So as I said then, a real opportunity today. All right, if we go and put the goals on the board, we go to the top of the table. All right, and then it's our job then to make sure that we stay at the top for the rest of this season. All right, you're in front of your fans again. It's a wonderful occasion for our captain. Okay, so let's go.
You 300 appearances for Nottingham Forest. How did it feel to walk out on that pitch today?
Yeah, I mean, people could ask me like, how do you feel about it? And I was just trying to focus on the game and stuff. But I think I'll look back on today with huge pride. Like, it was really nice what they did with the Guard of Honour, and be able to walk out with my family. So yeah, it was really special. I'm really proud to play for the club.
Since day one, the intensity has just been like top level. I think that everyone who's come back has come back and lifted their standards and the intensity, and then the girls that have been added to the group just like naturally lifted the intensity. I think the staff have been pushing us extra hard, as they should. So yeah, I just think like literally since day one of pre-season, just levels have been high, yeah.
I think you can tell levels have been high though, just from the basis of the results so far this season. Been in fine form. How's it been to play in that team?
Fun. It's been enjoyable. I think that like we had a really strong pre-season, so I think when we came into the first game, like we were all flying confidence-wise. I think we gelled pretty quickly as a group on and off the pitch, which helped. I think it was good having Stoke as our first game of the season as well. I think like that was a test. Like it wasn't an easy game, so I think like again from minute one, like we've all been foot on the gas, and yeah, it's been fun, to be honest. A lot. I think I've been thinking about this game since I signed my contract. I think we all know it's a big one, but I think like that's why we play for big games like this. I think for as much fun as we've had the first few weeks, I think we know the importance of this game, and we have knuckled down all week, hence why I'm knackered, but I think we're looking forward to it. Yeah.
This way, Nat. This way.
No paps. Oh, the heel. Not ready for that. Just me, I'm afraid.
That's all we need, Em. I'm going to follow you back.
Oh, like I'm doing a vlog. Game day.
Casey.
Hey, Hope, how are we?
Right.
Good, you?
Yes, thank you.
Team,
Hello,
you alright?
Hello, you alright?
Good, you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Right, how are we, team? How's everyone feeling? Excited? Good, you should be. This is the game I think we've been waiting for, okay, to play against a good side that's going to be a competitive game. Right, now I want to share something with you, and it's something I've been reading over the last couple of weeks. So it's something you might have heard of, it's called the podium effect. And what it essentially is as athletes, we'll all have a goal, right? And our goal this season is to get out of this league, is to become a championship team and make sure next season that's where we're all sitting playing our football. Okay, now, often with that, when you end up worrying about things and concerning about things like the opposition, bits and bobs like that, that's because we're letting the goal control the now. Okay, but the goal is in the future. That's something that we can't control. Okay, but what we can control is the moment now. Okay, so we can't let the goal distract from what we need to do now to be effective in the moment. Okay? Use all the experience in the room. Use the togetherness of this group. You do that, you get the result. We go 6 points clear at the top, and then we can look forward to next week. Okay, happy with that? Yeah. Good stuff. Let's go. pleased with the performance from the girls. I thought Burnley obviously come to set up in a way to try and frustrate us. We'd worked in the week around being patient in our possession, the way that we were going to try and break them down and get in behind them. And I thought for the most part of the game, we did that really well. We limited their threats in wide areas. Our counter press was very, very good. And we created a lot of chances. We had a lot of final third entries, a lot of box entries as well. I think what's disappointing is standing here on, in a 1-1 draw, we created more than enough opportunities to win the game today. But when, you don't take those moments against a top side, and in the latter stages of the game, momentum shifts, like we get a little bit scrappy and sloppy in our play, you'll get punished for that. So that's something that we'll learn from. We'll review, I'll reflect on the changes and, whether that was something that should have come a little bit earlier. But overall, I'm pleased with the performance today. A point is still a good point against a strong Burnley side.
Holly Olding and position centre mid. I'm loving it every single minute. I really enjoy coming to training. I really enjoy the group we have, the staff we have, and loving winning. And it's a great team to play for, great club to play for, so really happy. To be honest, it is tighter than I thought. I didn't have much of an idea of Tier 3. I know about Newcastle, and what they did last season. But again, it just shows that our standards have to be high, and that's why Carly set such high standards in training, is because it's marginal. So yeah, tighter than I thought, but hopefully we can continue this momentum and win the league. I've been at a few clubs. I started at Brighton when I was a kid, went to university in the States, and when I came back I was quite ill, so re-signed for Brighton. And then since then I feel like a bit of a Nicholas Anelka. I played for quite a few clubs, so hopefully I found a home at Forest, and this is the best club I've been at by far. And I know a lot of players say that, but I genuinely do mean it. It was 2019, I had a really bad cough. I was in the States, flew to a lot of games, coughed up blood after this long haul flight that we had, went to the emergency room, and the doctors misdiagnosed me a few times, but they mentioned the name pulmonary embolism, and I had no clue what that was. But later found that I was diagnosed with pulmonary embolism, which meant I had blood clots in my lungs, so I was put on blood thinners for 6 months and was told I would never play football again. Also told I needed heart surgery. So it was a bit of a whirlwind of a time in my life, but one that's made me very resilient and very grateful to be playing. I think we've settled in quite quickly. It's a new environment for everyone, new team. Obviously got a few of the core girls from last season, which has made the transition, I think, really easy. But I think we have such a good group here, like I said before, staff, players. So it's made the transition really easy across the board. And it's just a very fun environment to be in, but challenging at times, hard working. When I was told I wouldn't play again, it kind of went to fight or flight mode, and I was just like, right, what's the next thing to do after my career? And I kind of went into this weird bubble of just like concentrating on my health. But I think the fact that I am able to play football again now, and I'm here playing at the City Ground week in, week out, it's just Holly back then would be proud of where Holly is now, and that's why I don't take an opportunity for granted every time I walk onto the pitch, whether it's City Ground or Long Itchington in the FA Cup. I just want to enjoy the game and have fun.
Blend it on promotion this season, what would it mean to finally get that over the line and get this club into the Championship?
Well, personally for me, it would be an incredible achievement, and yeah, I really hope it happens. But I think my understanding of the club as a whole, the players we have, Lino, for example, Bats, who just made 100th appearance, for those players too, it would be a really big moment for the club, and also for the owners who have obviously put in a lot of investment into us this season to get promotion and to lift the trophy here at the City Ground. It would just be incredible for everyone involved.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been exciting coming back in. I think obviously there's been a lot of change this year. But yeah, it's been really positive. Good start to the season, so hopefully more wins on the bounce.
What do you enjoy the most about football?
I feel like for me it's just like a release. Like every time I'm playing football, I'm focused, like I want to always get better. And I just love it. I just love running about and kicking a ball around, really. That's about as exciting as it gets.
You remember your first footballing memory? You remember kid?
Maybe not like first one, but obviously I remember like being in around the boys team and saying like girls can't play football and all this. But yeah, that's kind of like, because I was brought up with playing girls and boys football. So I used to like play on a Saturday and a Sunday, train literally every day all week. Like I'd live and breathe it. Don't know how my parents took me to there, to be honest, but they done it and here I am today. So I'm thankful for that. Training's been good this week. I feel like because it's a derby, we just want to win it anyway, especially after last year. Don't want to have a repeat of that, no way. But yeah, I'm confident, very confident we'll get the win.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Life is challenging, but we like challenges, don't we? Yeah, doing well, doing good, happy. Trying to be the best that you can. Trying to give your all every day and win, I suppose.
How have you found balancing the full-time at Forest?
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It's something that I have not known any different. So, yeah, last year, talk about challenges, that was probably a challenge for me. Doing the whole part-time, full-time. So I'm glad the club backed us and hopefully we can repay them and get that promotion.
I was going to say, we're top of the league with top of the league by point. We've got what, 18 plus on goal difference. Did you expect to be that far ahead on goal difference? Because it's quite substantial.
To be honest, I didn't look at goal difference. I just think if we can keep taking each game as it comes, keep doing what we can and preparing well and winning, the goal difference doesn't really matter to me. As long as we're ahead, as long as we're on top and stay there, then that's all I care about. You know what, we've recruited really, really well. I think people over players first, and I think the people that we've got in is a really good group. I know teams say it all the time, we've got a good group here, whatever, but we actually have a really good group. We pick each other up when we're down. I think we're approachable, everyone speaks to everyone, and that reflects on the pitch. I think when things are maybe different or aren't going our way, we can work together and get what we need out the game, and we showed that at rugby. I think it was a different type of game, and yeah, we didn't win the game, which was ultimately what we wanted to do, but we got a result, and that's a different side to our game that we've shown. So, yeah.
We could touch on Derby.
Yeah.
Excited?
Can't wait. Can't wait. I love Derby days. Even though I'm not from the area and I'm a part of the club and I've only been here a year or a year and a half, I feel it. It's a different feel. It's a Derby day. At the end of the day, we've got to win. We've got to win well as well, and just win the derby and win your battle. At the end of the day, everything goes out the window. Tactics go out the window. When you're playing a derby, you've got to win your battle, and that's what they'll be hoping for, to win their battle, and we've just got to prepare well, but have that bit of fight and grit between your teeth to go on and turn them over. I haven't won a derby yet, so it needs to happen this weekend.
I think we're looking forward to it. We obviously, I think we need some payback after last year. I think those two fixtures certainly haunt me. While the performances were there, we weren't clinical in front of goal, so that'll be something that we'll be looking to rectify. Obviously, a derby game is always a brilliant one to play in for any players. I'm sure the group understand what that means. All of them have played in derbies, whether that's here or externally at previous clubs. So, yeah, we'll just be looking forward to what will be a good game of football.
Did they go without such a thing?
Last year on paper we probably had the stronger side, but they managed to get some results and points off of us. So we won't take anybody for granted. Obviously derbies always have a different feel about them, and you always get an extra 10-20% from players, and fans can be massively important and influential on those sorts of days. So yeah, we'll just respect the occasion, but we'll go there with the same targets that we have every single week, and that'll be to put the ball in the back of the net and take home 3 points. Those were 2 games that as a head coach, in derby games you want to make sure you can give the fans what they want, which is the bragging right. But for me, it's just making sure that the performance is a good one, and we can take away the points with it, because last year I think the performances were there but the points weren't. So we have to rectify that this year, and hopefully we're making good strides for that, with obviously the group scoring across all units as well. So we'll just be looking forward to it now and hoping that we get the positive result.
Someone cover! Someone cover! Hey! Hey! Right! Right!
I think it shows the character in the team to come back late and win the game. We've used all the substitutions off the bench. We've changed shape, and to get ourselves back into the game, we've moved players around to try and hurt them in areas that we felt that we could get at them. I'm just really proud of the girls to dig in and go from 1-0 down to winning the game in the late fashion that they did, and then to manage what's probably quite a hostile environment to come to. I said in my pre-match interview that derbies always have a different feel to them, and I think we're definitely seeing that today. So, but the main thing is that we go home with the 3 points, and I'm happy for the group, and I'm also happy for our fans.